it happened down there that the fiends held a meeting. The fiends held a meeting for the purpose of defeating Christmas. With the aid of a fade on the radio, we'll take you there, with a hi and a hey-dee-ho, to hear firsthand the brewing of the plot down in the deepest Stygian grot.
Grot is a poetical term for grotto. Whenever you hear my voce sotto or sotto voce, whichever you prefer, it's just I taking pains to make quite sure that nobody makes a poetical allusion that which might in any way create confusion. I now return you to the voice you were hearing before I have to do this interfering.
As I was saying, in this Stygian grot, the notables of Limbo hatched a plot. And what went on in the sulphurous hole we'll soon pick up by remote control. Of course, such a pickup is not made quickly. As a matter of fact, it's done rather trickily. You mustn't mind if it sounds erratic. That's merely intraterrestrial static. Don't be surprised if you're deafened by thunder, just as we start our journey under. You'll hear earthquakes and all of the commoner varieties of natural phenomena. And so below, via radio, to the regions where legions of the damned go.
Nero! Do you hear? Oh, Nero!
How dare you interrupt me in the middle of a movement of my favorite concerto? You should look to the improvement of your manners.
Sir, if you please, my apologies. I would not have intruded upon your recital if the matter were not so terribly vital.
The most important matter in the world is piddling when it comes compared with Nero's fiddling.
Now, what you say may be very true, but I have been sent here to summon you to a great mass meeting of the tortured souls down in the grot of the flaming coals.
A meeting? What for? What is the big idea? Why can't the fellow get some peace down here?
Peace, poor soul, can't be found on these premises. This is a region abounding in nemesis.
Now you're talking like a travel folder. Now tell me, Valiant, before I smother, why are we meeting? Who is on the spot?
We're meeting in order to fabricate a plot against a festival that mortal men comforted and glided in again and again. You see, every year they...
Never mind the facts. I don't want to hear how mortal man acts. The only information about which I care concerns the mass meeting. And who will be there?
His wickedness Mephisto will preside.
Naturally.
And several of the Borgias will be sitting at his side. And down in front by the sizzling sodium will be many personalities noted for their odium. Haman, Caligula, Medusa, and Legree.
That's all very nice. But what about me?
Oh. You'll be sitting in row A center between Ida the Terrible, or Tormentor, and Circe.
Mercy! Why, they're both deranged.
Do you wish me to see if your seat can be changed?
Yes, if you please. Taste comes first, even though a soul may be eternally cursed.
Righto! See you at the meeting then?
Yes! And now, back to my fiddling again!
This is I, the sotto voce person. It should have been explained that Nero is rehearsing for nothing in particular. He's just that way. While hell's fires burn, he likes to play. It makes him feel a little more at home. It's just an application he picked up in wrong.
The meeting will now come to order, please. I've called you here from over 60 seas of boiling pitch and blazing phosphorus to stop what constitutes a loss for us. We've lost prestige, and I greatly deplore that we stand in danger of losing more in the way of confidence and spirit. We're far from our goal, we're nowhere near it. And this is the reason. Though we've done well in carrying forward the work of hell, we've left a very big job unfinished. After all these years, there is undiminished goodwill on earth every late December please remember that as long as this continues to be, the race of man will not belong to me. I will listen now to any questions you may want to ask, and then suggestions.
Mr. Chairman!
Brother Heyman has the floor.
You say we've done well in our efforts to sell evil. I say we've done better. We have carried out the letter of your law. We have done what I think is a pretty good job. And I say as veteran Damon that...
Sit down there, Heyman. Enough of this story.
Sit down yourself, you're off your trolley.
Sit down, for I'm Ivan the Terrible.
Oh, you're telling us why you're unbearable.
How dare you speak to me like this?
This is no way to act. Please proceed with a little more tact. I want more decorum in this forum. These personal remarks you make must cease. Now, Brother Ivan, will you speak your piece?
I merely want to say, in a casual way, that Hammond is a radical! He always gets fanatical! Why, anybody think William snort that the work of the devil should stop short? Anybody think William talking the dragons and legion should stop walking the ways of the world?
Mr. Chairman! Brother, Ivan is a demagogue with a brain like a fly and manners of a hog. He says we are
That's enough! We will hear from others. Surely there must be among you brothers enough venom and malevolence to crush a mortal man's benevolence. It's come to this. Are we going to let a little holiday like Christmas get the better of all of us down here below?
No!
Very well then, sirs, very well. Let's go. Let's lay down our plans now to overthrow this Christmas business and all that guff. Holly and mistletoe and stuff.
Mr. Chairman!
Mr. Chairman.
On board. Brother Caligula may take the floor.
Mr. Chairman, I abhor as the former emperor anything which curbs our rule. I suggest we start right in manufacturing more sin. Let us give some presents too. Candy sticks and things to chew. Fruits and nuts and little cakes. Poisonous! Rattlesnakes.
Bravo!
Let us settle this work of be by chloride of mercury. Let us wrap in tinsel bright little gifts of dynamite.
Whoa!
Work things so that men will fear when 1225 draws near. Soon, at this rate, if you please. Men will hang from Christmas trees.
My dear Caligula, permit the chair to say that we think you've got something there. And now with this fine start, let's hear some more. Yes, Brother Nero, do you want the floor?
With all due respect to Caligula's views, I think there is a better method we can use. I've heard just lately, men are giving to rags, to classical music, by making it jazz. They're a swinging buck, and what is keener, they're doing a shag to Palestrina. As a connoisseur of music, of course I love the works of Rimsky-Korsakov, but today I note with a bitter shrug, they've made Scheherazade a jitterbug.
Much as we admire your clever rhyme, will you get to the point? We're wasting time.
I was just about to say, before interrupted, that Christmas can easily be corrupted. If you take and swing all the Christmas carols, why, think of the evil, just barrels and barrels of sacrilege. Every time you play a pious song in a profane way. But once you entice them to swing on the well, the victory belongs to us fiends. Well,
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Legree?
I'd like to say that it seems to me you're always barking up a coonless tree. I I think Mr. Nero has made a wrong guess. The way to go about it is to get in Congress and bribe a bunch of senators who know their oaths and just make a purchase of a block of votes. And then they can legislate a situation where they rules whole Christmas right out of the nation. Then they can get together and pass a law when there ain't gonna be no Christmas anymore.
I think Legree's suggestion is a view.
It's very cute.
And quite astute.
To me, it seems a bit impractical, because you have to be so tactical. For instance, now, a senator who'd sell his vote to our lobbyists might very well sell right out again and become a tool of agencies representing the Yule.
But the eternal night, that's right!
Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman.
Yes, Miss Borgia.
I say that we should all give pause to think about this Santa Claus. He is the man behind the scenes. The symbol of what Christmas means. If we could rob him out, my friend, our troubles would be at an end. Just think how ridiculous to liquidate Saint Nicholas. A girl like me could fascinate the guy and then assassinate.
Do you think that you could do it, pretty one? Are you sure you wouldn't be my pity one?
Sometimes you are an awful tease, my master, Mephistopheles. Ain't I murdered several dozens, poisoned uncles, aunts, and cousins? Don't my work right here in Hades make me first among the ladies? Men of virtue, all have cussed me. I am sure that you can trust me.
Of that, we haven't a particle of doubt, Miss Borgia. I'm sure we all have nothing but kind feelings toward you. But many times a lady spy, alas, adores her victims. Dames make poor ambassadors.
Do you imply that such defects are found inherent in my sex?
I do.
Well, listen here, old Ironsides. You're heading on cyanides. You've crossed a Borgia, and you know the consequences that follow.
Oh, give
Come now, disciples. This is very bad. There's nothing to be gained by getting mad. Suppose we put the matter to a vote. All those in favor of the motion made by Fiend Caligula, which was to shade the glamour of the holiday by using selected poisons of our choosing, all those in favor will please signify by raising to their feet and saying aye.
Aye.
One vote in favor, Caligula's. And those opposed?
Opposed!
The motion is defeated. Up we bring the plan of Brother Nero's, viz. To swing the hymns and pious music. All those for will please respond by raising up a paw.
For.
And those against?
Against!
Very well. Now the project of Legree's. Who is there here who totally agrees?
I do.
Legree votes for himself. And those opposed?
Opposed!
And now all those who favor Borgia's cause, it being to eliminate Santa Claus. And those opposed? It seems the women have a way with them. At least they have carried the day with them. Now, the motion's carried, and now we'll decide which one of us will take Nick for a ride. We'll all draw lots and then settle the moot point of who will be sent to execute.
That's you. There's your old friend sotto voce, residing down where it's eternal noche. Noche. The Spanish for night, you know. Merely a reference just to show that English isn't all I have to go by. Oh, well, I guess I missed my calling. I should have been a lobbyist. You see, I'm stalling to give them time to finish the voting. Let's see. The weather. Continued heat both overhead and under feet. Fresh and moderate gases blowing up to gale force and then going north by westerly. Light showers of brimstone toward the evening hour. That's what it says here. I'm not fibbing. How am I doing with my ad-libbing? This is a thing a guy would have fun with. Say, the drawing should soon be done with. We expect the results at any moment now, as soon as...
The lots have been drawn, and I'm glad to say that the honor has fallen Nero's way.
Nero!
Oh, Nero!
Now, Nero, you are charged with a great task. It's the evilest deed that we could ask a fiend to do. We'll be proud of you.
Now just one moment. How do I get there? What do I wear? Is it wet or dry there? Is it a fact of fancy or just word of mouth that he lives at the pole? Is it north or south? If he dwells in the regions to which I'm referred, shall I pass by the flagpole of Admiral Byrd? What shall I use when he comes to the shore? A gun or a dagger? Give me the lowdown.
Now, Nero, you needn't sound so tragic. You'll get to Earth by the blackest magic. To create an express elevator is simple for an expert spell creator. With a lot of pyrotechnic dazzle, we'll let you off on a hill in Basel, Switzerland. From there, you will make your way to the Arctic Circle, then break your way through ice with a blowtorch. After a while, you are bound to reach Santa's domicile. And once you get there, my dear Nero, all of our work will have gone for zero if you don't succeed in your assignment. A disadvantage of our confinement in limbo is the fact that we only get one chance in all the eternal roulette of circumstance.
I know. If first we don't succeed, we can try and try again. But there is no need, because nothing will come of it, meaning no offense. Do you mind if I take my departure hands?
That, my friends, was a big brass gong. It is used in this story right along to indicate that we're about to travel to points where the plot will further unravel. And now, if Ambassador Nero elects, we'll have another spot of sound effects.
Tell me, stranger, is this a pass for Switzerland? Or is it already Donner and Blitzerland?
Donner and Blitzerland's 5,000 miles away.
Thank you, madam, and good day. Tell me, stranger, because I've lost stock. Where am I now?
In Vladivostok.
Now listen, stranger. After these centuries of a blistering heat, now have to suffer from freezing feet. I'm wincing from pain in this pesky toe.
No speak English. Eskimo.
I declare, by my frenetic soul, I must be over the magnetic pole. My watch has stopped. Can that be right? I wonder. A light. A light. In a moment now, you'll hear me knock on Santa's door, and he'll unlock it, never to look again. Coming, so is doom.
How do you do, sir?
Very well indeed. And you, sir?
Splendidly. Won't you come right in? Take your coat off. I see your chin is frozen. Also your hands and knees. Sit down while I get you some antifreeze.
Don't bother, sir. will not be long. I'm about to perpetuate a fearful god. In short, I'm about to do away with...
Take it easy. Do not play with that gun. I know all about you. Really? Haven't I had my agent scout you for weeks? You've come all this way to abolish Christmas. Now let me say...
Listen, Santa. I am not callous strip. I have read Ernest Hemingway and Kipling. And also the shooting of Dan McGrew. And plenty of detective stories too. And just to show you what a broad guy I am, I also read The Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam. Did you think that a fellow with reading so great could have learned so little to be dissuaded from a main objective? Don't make me giggle.
I'd feel a lot better if you wouldn't wiggle that gun so. As much as I'm impressed with your education, I honestly believe that the figure of your station should have given more thought to the ways of man and less devotion to the cult of Pan.
By others, no doubt, your wisdom may be prized. But I did not come here to be criticized. In fact, I come here to dispatch a duty. So don't hand me any of this tutti frutti. If you have any last words you want to say, then speed them. I haven't got all day.
Now, what's the rush? Unless I've counted wrong, the polar day has always been 6 months long.
Well, after I've disposed of you, I've got to hurry back to hell. While they're beginning to worry.
Well, not about you, but about your career in homicide. Don't you think that the mere loss of you makes you hysterical? Your only interest is numerical.
Do you think so?
Mephisto wants to rule just as much of humanity as possible for reasons of personal vanity.
By this thing, you are right. To think that there. Are there any ladies here? Will you permit me to swear?
My answer to that is an emphatic no. There are several lady dolls in the toy room below.
Oh, Cassius! Oh, Claudius! Oh, Naphthaline! What a fool I've been! What a fool I've... But wait. I think I see what you're after. You're as clever as a beat-down Roman grafter.
Well,
You remind me now of my royalty, to get me in a mood for disloyalty. Do you think that I could be that meanly deceptive to Satan? Why, Santa, I'm keenly perceptive. I can see right through you're a clever rooster. Nero can be pretty foxy when he chooses. I'll have you know that I'm partly a dreamer, partly a wit, partly a schemer. I'm a part philosophical, also part mystic.
I suppose you fancy that you're highly artistic.
Fancy? Well, I have such a sense of beauty.
But don't hand me a helping of tutti frutti. Any creature who really had beauty in his soul would appreciate Christmas. He would know that the whole idea of the holiday was one of such power that all the fiends below might gnash their fangs and glower. Yet never in a million years could do it harm, because it has a glory, a greatness, a charm you know nothing about.
That is all.
The spirit that it venerates, the good cheer that it generates are things far, far beyond you. For all your wealth, no man on earth could sell you these.
Am I so cursed as that? Will you tell me, please, what beauties are there that I have never seen?
Have you ever seen a Christmas tree, tall and green, smelling of woodlands, covered with the sheen of silverness, its branches bending low, with the fruits of human kindness instead of snow?
No.
Have you ever closely witnessed what takes place any Christmas morning on a young child's face? Or perceived any beauties purer than joys, distilled in the hearts of little girls and boys? Have you ever watched a fire in a fireplace on a Christmas Eve? Or listened to grace at a table heavy with fruits and cakes, and all the wonders that a kitchen makes? Fowls and pastries, wines and meats, and nuts and raisins and candied sweets. Have you ever seen mistletoe hanging from a tree, in frosty air heard a far bell away pealing? Have you ever come back from a sleigh ride tingling, and your feet keeping time with the sleigh bells jingling? Have you seen the beauty of a string of holly, or felt for a moment how it feels to be jolly? Holly! Have you ever known how exceedingly pleasant it is to unwrap a Christmas present? Did you ever know how much cheer it lends to be wished a Merry Christmas by all your friends? Did you ever experience the fun of giving? Do you know at all of the joys of living?
Yes, I don't. For all of me, I never knew such things could be. Just think how long in ignorance I've slept.
It must have been the company you kept.
I was a wicked tyrant once, you know.
Ah, yes, but that was centuries ago. You really had no way of knowing.
Perhaps. I guess I'll be on my way.
Well,
I really should be
well,
going.
but do you have to? Don't you want to stay?
You see, I'm just a bit...
Embarrassed?
Yes, sir.
Now, don't look so harassed. I know just why you came and who it was that sent you, but that's all done with. I take it you repent you of all your past mistakes.
With many aches and pains of a conscience.
And then you're welcome here. Please, take your hat off. Take your coat, your muffler also. Take your spat off. What happened to the other one? Well, no matter. You're pretty thin. You'll presently be fatter. I serve good food here. I'll get you a platter of steak and mushrooms. Medium or rare. I'll bet that you're as hungry as a bear. Now just sit down. That's it. Right over here. Tell me, would you like some wine or beer? I never touch this stuff myself, but I managed to keep on hand a little rye for purposes medicinal. I see your chin should be unfrozen. What a state it's in.
A while ago, you asked me if I understand good cheer.
Mm-hmm.
I do so now, St. Nicholas. I see it standing here. I want to ask you something, sir.
Hmm?
No, please, don't give it yet.
What?
Is there any sort of work I can do what I could be of help?
Indeed there is, indeed there is. I'm glad you asked me. I have so many toys to make this year, the job's got past me. But first you sit and eat this bowl. I've got a little trifle I'd like you to see. Just will you sit right here and stifle your curiosity? I'll get it for you right away. It's down the hall a piece.
Well, who'd ever think it? Will wonders never cease? At last, after all these centuries, I'm so happy I could buzz. It shows you what a little Christmas spirit does. As emperor, I envied off the cheerfulness of peasants. And now...
Well, here it is, Nero, my boy. By way of Christmas presents, I offer you this gift.
But Santa, for what reason?
A very good one, sir, to wit, compliments of the season. Well, go ahead and open it while you stand there so reflecting.
I'm just collecting dust, St. Nicholas. My thoughts I'm just collecting. Just think how a teeny bit of fellowship will carry us. Oh well. I say, what's this? What's this? It's a Stradivarius! Oh, why, thank you. Thanks a million times. I don't know what to say to you. I'll tell you what I'll do, St. Nick. I'll start writing and play for you. I'll play all night and the day for you.
Fine, here's some music. I'm sure you'll play it well. It's a little piece entitled The First Noel.
This is I, remember me? Your sort of vulture friend? I've just come back to tell you that the story's at an end.